Stands at 7. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Takes the handoff. It's Durham.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't. Get all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Finds his tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. He unleashes a long one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Wants to throw. It's Simpson. He's got the tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He's going to take off. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Lost a throw on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown time.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herc Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, LSU.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw at Simpson. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the right. Makes a grab past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll immediately call timeout.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Dropping back, it's Simpson. That's reeled in, it's Williams. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the run, it's Durham. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
A nice job by the D defending the RPO. They didn't bite on the play fake too hard. Everybody was able to stay back, and they ultimately forced the incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football. Great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if... Touchdown! Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will put toe to leather to crank us up. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're He might want another play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. You think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith. This guy, he looks like he could be on.
Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama! He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Manning. Takes the easy throw in the flat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On the run, still looking. Fires downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Keeps looking downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wingo. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this.
Turning it on! Powers through the defender. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Handoff to the lone back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Breaks into the open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Unleashes one. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Handoff from the gun. Fights off a defender. He has the first and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Simpson. Caught near the sticks, it's Cuevas. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Right on the money. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, the quarterback got to his receiver and make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
It's an interception anyway, baby. It's an interception anyway. The ball ain't touched the floor.
He was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Pulls it in. It's Miller. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Right down the middle. Right on the money. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Power football with the run. Plows through the defense. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Buys a little time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Manning. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic. Oh, it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quarterback extends the play. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Up-tempo for the offense. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Finds his man, it's Miller. Crosses the 30. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be 1 drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Wingo. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Texas! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Got a man, it's Bernard. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the Longhorns will hustle to the line.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Dances away. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Let's go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Baxter. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
Ready to try the point after. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away, and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Adjust the pattern. Gets the back moving. To throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the... And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. He's moving out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Now on third down for this offense. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. Free up the gut. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Quarterback making adjustments. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Texas offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense.
You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds.
Let me just be hating on me.